Hi, it's Amanda and Jason here again. It's been a while. We had hoped to do more videos by now, hadn't we, Jason?
We had, yeah. We've been a bit busy. Time sort of screams by when you're flat out on the road.
And having fun.
Yeah.
Having lots of fun. But we did want to do a video on Tassie, which was how long ago now?
I think we've been back from Tassie about a month, so it was a while ago.
Yeah, we're actually in Port Macquarie now after finishing Tassie, going through Melbourne and then through the centre of New South Wales. And
Great Ocean Road first,
Great Ocean Road.
Western Victoria.
Oh, we've been everywhere, but we'll tell you about that in another video. But we did want to talk about Tassie because we really, really love Tassie. So we started off where, Jason?
In Tassie, we went to Launceston, flew into Launceston because we couldn't take the van, and we stayed a few days there, had some lovely food, did a walk in the gorge, that was lovely, and then we took off for, where did we go after that? Stanley.
We did go to Stanley, and on the way to Stanley, we visited Penguin.
We did.
Which is the name for a town.
Yep.
Quack, quack, quack. But in the middle of it, there is
a penguin.
A penguin. A giant. A giant penguin. But then we went to Stanley, which we really loved. And in Stanley, we saw lots of real penguins.
Yeah.
Remember at night time?
Yeah, walking along the footpath.
And at the front of where we were staying.
Yep. Penguins everywhere.
Penguins love Stanley. Big hill there called the Nut. We climbed the Nut. Beautiful views. Great walk. It was really good.
Yeah, it was really lovely. It was unexpected. It was really big and flat on top. It's not just a pointy mountain. It's a huge, acres and acres of flat area on top and grass fields and heath and that sort of thing. It was lovely.
Yeah, and a lovely little town, a couple of nice restaurants, pub, a great kind of eccentric wine bar in the middle, which we really liked. And when we left Stanley, we were in Stanley, what, were we there for 3 nights?
3 nights?
3 nights?
Or 4 nights.
4 nights. We went and visited Trewutta Arch. Trewutta Arch, which was beautiful. The whole area around there is really quite amazing. It's really it's called an arch, but the feature is really the sinkhole, isn't it? That was really, really special. That's up towards the Tarkine. And then we drove back towards Launceston, and then we kind of split for a week because you went.
I went to Derby mountain biking with Wayne from Sydney, and you went off on your hike to the overland track.
Yeah, and I took more photographs than you.
I took none because it was just pissing down rain the whole time.
You've only got one photograph of you. But yeah, I went, did a 6-day hike, a 6-night hike on the overland track with Tasmanian Adventure Company. It was fantastic, and it rained. It rained every single day. In fact, the first day we had 14 millimetres. It was so wet, and we didn't get into camp till 7:30 at night. It was beautiful though. What happened, because it rained so much, and that sort of meant you didn't see the views, you looked down towards the ground and just saw lots of these beautiful, beautiful fungi. So we're going to stop talking now and just play some music and give you a look at some of the beautiful fauna that I saw on the hike.
That'd be flora.
Flora I saw on the hike. Thank you.
And so after the hiking and the mountain biking, we met up again in a little place called Miena, and then we drove down to. We stayed a night in Vienna, which was lovely.
Yep.
Had beautiful, was desolate, but great views over the dam. Yeah, it was just really nice.
Yeah.
And then we went to Queenstown. In Queenstown, we stayed in a motel there and spent a few days there looking around the area. Amanda did some hiking. I did some mountain biking. We went on a steam train, a historic railway, which broke down, as they all do for us.
We have a bit of a history of trains breaking down.
We do. But the mountain biking was great. I did a couple of shuttles up the top of the mountain and rode down with 1,000 switchbacks, quite steep and rocky. But it was great fun, a few hours. And then what did we do after that? We went to...
Well, we did a lot of hiking. I mean, first of all, I think Queenstown gets a bad rap.
It does.
Everyone goes, it's a big ashtray because it used to be a mining area. But we actually really loved it. We found it quite quirky. The town's really doing a lot to... bring interest into the town.
And it's actually greening up too. A lot of the desolate spaces being greened up. There's a lot of regrowth. There's still a lot of desolate places up high, but no, it's actually coming along quite nicely. And the town's got a bit of a vibe to it. Yeah,
and it's on the doorstep to the Franklin Gordon Wild Rivers National Park, where we did some hiking.
Yeah,
that was really
beautiful.
Great. Yeah. So we did all of that. We did Queenstown, love Queenstown. And then we went to Strawn, and then we did a cruise along the Gordon River, which is that whole area, was it the late 70s, early 80s?
84, 83, 82, 83.
Yeah, a lot of protests. It was actually...
The damming of the Franklin.
On the damming of the Franklin. It's actually really what got the Green Party going, I think, in Australia too. So, so politically, historically, it was interesting, but it is a World Heritage Nature area now, and it is just stunning. So love that. And then we went down to Corinna, is that how you say it?
Corinna,
which is the gateway to the Turkine, which is a really remote part of Tasmania. Beautiful rainforest.
Yeah, very lush, really, really, rainforesty and just dense jungly in most places. Wild sort of rivers and lots of nature.
Lots of nature. We love the nature. And then from there we went back up to Launceston and flew back over to Victoria. And Jason mentioned before we didn't take Ziggy because a couple of months before we went to go, we tried to book Ziggy, our camper van, onto the ferry. Discovered that you have to book 6 or 12 months in advance, which we had no idea. So if you're taking a big vehicle over to Tassie, book early. But anyway, that's enough from us talking, I reckon. What do you reckon, Jason?
Yeah, that's probably enough.
That's probably enough. So we'll just leave you with some more photographs on the last bit of our trip in Tasmania. But we love Tasmania. We'd love to go back again, maybe for 6 months or something.
6 months?
Oh, I would. I loved it. All the wilderness. Brilliant. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. New format for us. Let's see how it goes. Bye.
Bye.